everyone. So I welcome everyone on the community book reading session. So
Yeah,
today I will be discussing chapter third. Not I, we will be discussing or we will be exploring what the knowledge the writer has shared in the chapter 13 and 14. So let me ask how many of you have read the chapter? Okay. If you have, then it's good. If you don't, then it's also fine. Actually, these chapters are not too much big or large, only 1 or 2 pages. So when that, just let me tell you, when the Palakji just shared that we are going to read this book in community book reading. So when I purchased book and find this book, so I thought this book, the chapters are very small, but the content of the chapters is very small, but the knowledge that writer has shared is vast. So that's why I prepared the PPT so that everyone can get benefited from this. So yes. So shall we begin? Yes. So next slide. If possible, you can switch on the camera or you can, whatever you feel, anything comes into your mind, just share so that everyone can benefit it. Yes. Good morning, Palakji. Thank you. So whenever I read a book, whenever I read a book, I just see what has been written on this front page or the back page. So I think everyone has seen it. So on the front page, no more, nothing more. And if you turn to the back page, so it is written that block the noise, move with the clarity. So next slide. So what do you understand by the block the noise and move with the clarity? Anyone can?
I feel the noise is within the head that our thoughts keep coming again and again, and we are not able to focus.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Writer has that mention it. Yes, next slide. Next, the writer has written that it is it is it all has been written in the back page. We have not started chapter 13. So I will just I thought before moving to the chapter, let's do some ice breaking. So why it is hard to live well amidst chaos and noise? Anyone?
Yeah, again, I feel that because it gets overwhelming with so many thoughts, we are not able to focus. That's why we get stuck when we want to do so many things, but we are not able to decide what is our priority.
Yes. Anyone can? Sanjay ji, why it is hard to live well amidst chaos and noise?
So yeah, you're distracted amidst chaos and noise, and what you intend to do is not done fully with 100% accuracy and efficiency. So hence, the chaos has to be uh, eliminated, and so as to be focused on whatever we are focusing.
Yes. So thank you. Thank you, Palakji. And yes, Pamela ji, you can go ahead.
Sir, I feel it is very important when you are taking some decision. So there are so many inputs from so many people and our past experiences. So these create noise in our brains and decision making becomes difficult. So and in day-to-day life for small decisions also this happens. So that is what is said. It's difficult to be in stay with the noise and all that.
Yes. Absolutely true. But here the writer want to just make us realize that it is not the chaos which is making us disturbed, but since we are very, fragile and we are not connected with ourselves, that's why our all focus on the outside chaos. If we are internally very strong and calm, then outside chaos and noise will not disturb us. Next, next slide. This is all, if you got the book, so it is all written has been outside the back page of the book. So yes, while you may think it's a modern world problem, but it is timeless issues. We always say that कि आजकल technology है, everything in out, but it is timeless issue. Since the humanity is on the earth, this problem will continue because these are the ways and means through which we grow. Next. So this writer has mentioned that 2000 years ago, the ancient Stoics talked about the exact the same challenges we are facing today. So it is not a new thing. हम लोग कहते हैं, we always say that now the technology has overpowered us. But just remind our time when we were kids. So that time the internet was not that much popular. So we always find ways and means of internet. कि भाई आज कहाँ चलें, आज गेम खेलते हैं आज. So in that era, what I find, it is not completely true, but what I find that in when I was kid, when we were kid, so that time there were not so many ways and means for entertainment. So we go outside, we play games, we play anything. But nowadays, lots we are overpowered by the entertainment of the technology era. So this is a timeless issue. So 2000 years ago, the same Stoics philosophers faced the same problem. Next, right? Yes. So 2000 years ago, the when I read the book, so this Stoic philosopher always, find the answer of the following questions. So, how can we find inner peace? What does it take to be happy? And how can we become more resilient? So, I request everyone to just give thought to this question and according to you, what will be the answer? How can we find inner peace? Anyone? You can, if not able to speak, you can just write in the chat box.
Inner peace is very inner to us. And it is when we minimize internal noises, and that's very easy to say, but very difficult to implement. So, minimize
Yes.
our distractions, day-to-day distractions, and focus on single task, focus on the purpose, larger goals. I think then
Yes.
we'll be able to find inner peace. What does it make? What does it take to be happy? That is again very subjective. For some, it is material wealth. For some, it is just be content in life. How can we become more resilient? Yeah. So maybe I would like to hear from you this.
Yes. So, how can we become more resilient? The simple answer by trial and error. So, whatever be the circumstances, take action. Even if we are not taking action, again it's like we are taking an action. So, becoming a more resilient is only by daily practice, by trial and error. Yes, minimalism. Yes. So these are the questions we always worried about this, and the whole book is giving answer of these questions. Next slide. Yes. So this is so let's come to this chapter 3 or 13 or letter 13 on having a healthy mind. So the writer starts with that he was in Netherlands. He was in Netherlands, and in Netherlands there is a phrase called Gezond Verstand, which means healthy mind. So the writer here describing the quoting the writer is quoting some words from the book. This is called Meditation by Marcus Aurelius. So next slide. So when I was going to this book, so I just Google it that who was the Marcus Aurelius. So I think everyone may be familiar with, but still I prepare the slide so that we all go through it. So Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor born 26 April 122 Rome, Italy. So because this all Stoic philosopher belongs to the Roman Italy and died at the age of 58 years. So next slide. So the writer has mentioned this book, quote from this book, Meditation by Marcus Aurelius. This. Anyone has read this book? Okay. So next slide. Yes. So the writer, it is said that what is the healthy mind? Because proceeding the mind, what are the healthy eyes? A healthy pair of eyes should see everything that cannot be seen. Healthy sense of hearing or smell should be prepared for any sound or scent. Next slide. A healthy stomach should have the same reaction to all foods as a mill to that it grind. So, a healthy mind should be prepared for anything. So that is the definition has been mentioned in the book. So healthy mind, we must be prepared, or healthy mind, or we can say that strong mind. So writer is taking the definition of healthy mind reversely. He is taking that a healthy mind is a mind which is devoid of worries. So we are worried. Writer says that healthy mind is the opposite of worried. It's peaceful. Next slide. Yes. A healthy mind is opposite of worried. It's peaceful. It doesn't care about the things that care either outside its control or are unrealistic. So this is how we always we always focus on the outside world, but if we want to be peaceful, then we have to inculcate the inner peace. Inner peace is always says that we are indulge in the self practices, like in everyone in every in today's era we are more focused about the outside world, but there are the people who are attached or who are practicing their own practices. So these people find these people find inner peace. So I just request everyone to just ponder on these thoughts and give your reviews. Sumanji, Maheshji, Reti ma'am, Aradhna ji. So it will be a discussing because we are just because It is not the thing that I can just narrate everything. So just we all how we find our ways to inner peace, how we can inculcate a healthy mind, because everyone has their own tricks and methods to proceed to obtain the healthy mind. Yes, please.
So I feel that if according to healthy mind, like we should be, उसको कहते हैं ना अनभिज्ञ नहीं, like you need to be undeterred with the situations or be on a middle path बिना किसी सिचुएशन से हम ज़्यादा परेशान होते हुए, like because it's not in our control, so focusing on that. ये in the last session also संजय जी was also focusing on this कि जो हमारे कंट्रोल में है we have to focus on that, but जो नहीं है हमारे कंट्रोल में we should accept it that some things won't be under our control.
Abs- Absolutely.
Yes, Ricky
Yes,
ji.
yes. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I just, when you just spoke about healthy mind and how we can, sort of inculcate a healthy mind, the first thing that comes to my mind is we need to be in the good company, and we need to know what is good and what is wrong, and that obviously you get it from the environment around you and from the way you have been brought up, the values you have been brought up with. So that could be one thing. And another thing is also, um, when somebody tells you something, uh, like Palak had mentioned, we shouldn't be deterred by people speaking. We need to take in only positivity. That's so important. We shouldn't be like somebody says something, um, negative. The first reaction shouldn't be that, oh, okay, believe that person. Like if they, especially when they say something negative about another person, I think we should not just take it at face value. It's only when you observe it on your own, if you have come, then you can think about it in that way. Otherwise you should keep it as open to uh, you know interpretation, because everybody has got a different perception of life. So that way, where your mind is concerned, and yes, of course, meditation, that helps you to bring about clarity of anything around you, and not to get perturbed. Basically, that like Palak and Sher Singh has said, not getting perturbed with things, small little things. They might be trivial, but we make a big mountain out of a molehill. Usually, we do that. So we need to think of it in that way. Yeah, this is what I can say for now. More when I listen later.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Ritik.
I would
Yes,
also,
please.
yeah, same as Reti ma'am and Palak ji has expressed, that when either we are giving our balance, when we are living a balanced life surrounded all areas of life, uh, we feel healthy, we feel good. But life is a journey full of challenges. All things don't go our way. So at that time, what is in our control, that we can do, and the things which are not in our control, then we can surrender. Only that is the thing that can give us peace. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Ritik ji and Suman ji. So yes, the writer is saying that what is the healthy mind, that we are devoid of worried. So the writer has mentioned that, I will just quote the para. Um, Aurelius said that unhealthy mind is one that keeps saying, "Are my children all right?" or "Everyone must approve of it." These are just two examples of unhealthy thinking. I think most of us know what really healthy behavior is. No one is surprised when you say it is not healthy if you are happy one day and sad the next. So we always, so from my own experience, so when we become worried or we are not peaceful, when we try to change things at our own level, we try to control things, we try to make things as per our own thinking, own comfort zone. But the actual reality, as I find myself that I have to align myself with the things, like with my family, with my office culture, with my job, with myself. And yes, Riti ma'am, I have heard, I have read many times that be in the company the people who uplift you, who empowers you, who inspires you. But that is again, we are creating some sort of dependency. What if I find people who doesn't inspire me? What the people who putting me down? Because yes, because life will not go as per our choice. We will meet so many people, we will meet we will meet people not as per our choice, but the thing will appear at their own way. So yes, so that's why writer says that it is important we hold our composure and don't lose our cool. So this is how the checks and balance So this is how the checks and balances. And yes, the writer has mentioned that meditation is a very powerful tool. So it is not the meditation, any practices we do regularly. Regularly means on daily basis. So it strengthens our mind and our minds becomes so strong. So whatever may be the circumstances, we don't lose our composure. So, out of those habits, one of the habit that we are inculcating this book reading. Book reading is also a habit that it blocks the noises of the outer world and it helps us to connect ourselves. So these may be the practices like book reading, walking, running, spending time with ourselves or strengthening ourselves. Like you see, whenever we go, wherever we are always with the one person, with the person we are in company of one person, that ourselves. So we need to strengthen ourselves with daily practices and we have to take time for ourselves. Any practices you like somebody likes cooking, somebody likes stitching, somebody like book reading, somebody like walking, running, any activity, painting. But yes, whatever the activity is there, just keep continue it because it help us to just disconnect, it help us to disconnect the outer world and connect to the inner world. Like we always say that आज सर्दी ज़्यादा है, आज मौसम खराब है, but we never say that we are weak to endure the sun. We are we are weak to bear the weather. We always blame outside world. So when we are connect ourselves, so whenever for me, when I find myself, so I always say to myself, weather is good, but I need to strengthen myself. And I will strengthen myself and we become friendly with the weather. So we become first we become friend with ourselves, then we become friend to the outer world. So in the next para, the writer mentioned that we all that the writer has mentioned that how he, I just quote his line, that since I grow up the way I thought it was normal to argue a lot when you are in a relationship. It wasn't until I was 30 and I learned that's not healthy. Sometimes we are not just aware of what's healthy. That's why I like philosophy so much because it's about finding the answers of living a good and healthy life. So the writer has says that we all somewhere in life we have to connect to the philosophy which teaches us the way of living because to earning wages for the daily to survive in the life it is a different thing but to live a life healthy peace, peacefully is another thing. So that's why the writer has mentioned that we all grow in the environment like me also, we all the environment that we are since our childhood we are taught get good marks, get good job, otherwise society will not accept you. अरे भाई पड़ोसी के बच्चों को देखो. Even I I got lots of pressure, and due to the pressure, I always did excellence in my academics, in my physical. I always, whenever I go, I got selected first time. I never see the second time. My family always appraises me. My my two younger brothers, they always says that, भैया आप तो जहाँ जाते हो वहाँ झंडे ही गाड़ते हो, but don't expect us to be like that only. But at some point of my life that I find myself that I am a loser. I am not connecting myself. So getting the outside, getting excellence in the outside world will take us nowhere. So that's why the writer has says that he started philosophy and which teaches which taught him to live a healthy life or peaceful life. So I'm also reading philosophy basically it's a Western philosophy. Like if we take the Indian philosophy, that Sankhya philosophy, Bhagavad Gita, whatever the Ramayana, whatever we take the philosophy, so it teaches us how to live a life more peacefully. So this is all about the chapter 13, having a healthy mind. So healthy mind is nothing but a mind devoid of worried. And how can we inculcate how can we shape up a healthy mind is that the mind doesn't care about things outside control. For this, we have to just focus what is our control. So once we focus on our what is our control and what is real, so the we become more strong and we become more peaceful. So I hope I make myself clear about this, how to how to shape up a healthy mind. So now I request everyone, so just yes, we need to introspect. Yes, it is absolutely correct. This was all about chapter 13. So I request everyone just put views on you. We will take 5 minutes everyone's review, then we will move to the next chapter. Yes. Even yes, Sanjay, Aradhana ji, you can say something. Let me check who are there. Yes, good morning, Rupa ji, Raghavendra ji. You can share your thoughts on how to shape up a healthy mind.
So in the book, it's the last line of the chapter. It's written. It's an uh, ongoing process of trying to become better, and having a healthy mind is one of those things we should always strive for. So it's not an ultimate goal. It's a way of life to have a healthy mind. There will be things that will destroy your mental peace, but you still again come to the equilibrium. Like जैसे stoicity है कि equilibrium पे रहना चाहिए mind को. So there will be things that will make you extremely happy, there will be things that will make you extremely sad, but the ultimate aim is to come back to the center position, and it's an ongoing process. It's not a task that can be achieved. uh, जैसे healthy body is also an ongoing process, like that a healthy mind. So I understood, like I used to think that if I'll meditate every day, I'll be fine, like healthy mind ho jayega and I'll be fine. Like parents always say, right, meditation karo, pranayam karo, but it's not always possible. And even though you are doing it, that might not be giving you more nourishment or like positivity or peace of mind. So it's an ongoing process to keep your mind healthy always. Yeah, a healthy mind is like they are in tandem, they complement each other, isn't it?
Yes. Thank
We
you,
can
Palak. Yes.
take a selfie, like it's half time. I didn't
Yes.
realize 30 minutes have passed. Amazing, sir. So
Yes.
let's take a selfie and then we can continue. Everyone here. Raghavendra ji after so long, Rupa ji after so long, Manish ji, everyone is walking and running.
Happy
So it
morning.
is
Good morning, everyone.
good
Yes.
morning. All
Yes, we
right.
will take one selfie.
Aradhana, Pramila ji, Raghavendra ji. Okay. Let's
Smile,
please.
everyone.
All
One
right.
second. 1 second. Aradhana is there. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
So,
much.
healthy mind, healthy faces. Even uh, whenever we just see our face very clearly, it shows that whether our mind is healthy or not. I have seen many people very charming and uplifting faces. So because our body, like we always say that our face is a mirror of our mind. I've I have seen many people. Yesterday I went there, so I find a people. He was very charming, and even though he was not healthy, he was a bulky one, but his faces and when I talked to him, so he was very calm and peaceful. So yes, let's move to our next chapter, chapter 14, on knowing thyself and acting accordingly. Thyself means knowing yourself. Next slide, please. Yes. So here the writer has quoted the quote from Socrates: "To know yourself is the beginning of wisdom." It's good advice, but how do you actually apply it in daily life? It's a big question, and it is the only the chapter just want to teach us that we have read so many things and we are going to read so many things later. But everything is good. But how do we actually apply it in daily life? That is the real journey or the real task all of us. So just I request everyone to just give a thought on this quote and just give your views that knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. But how you will apply in your life, or how will apply, or how you are applying in your life, or how you will apply, just share your thoughts. I request everyone who has not shared yet, Mahesh ji, Rupa ji.
I would like to share if
Yes.
everyone is here. So this is one of the very important aspects of our life, and I have learned is through journaling. Like knowing oneself is it's very easy when you start journaling, and if you answer those questions inside yourself, you get to know a lot of things. And when you journal daily, you get your patterns as well. So you'll understand, ki, okay, what triggers me, what words I don't like. Or here in the book, it said no that he does not like SUV, or if you're not a city person, if you're a city person, not like more in the countryside. So all these your whims and fancies and your interests are being portrayed in your journal if you journal properly. So yeah, this is I think one application. Yeah, I would request everyone to reply like Rupa ji, Raghavendra ji,
Okay,
Aradhna.
let me say, reflect on this. To know ourselves means when we are quiet, and I think just some time ago, Sher Singh ji were saying to introspect. So when we sit silently, introspect, reflect, then we come to know what choices make us happy, or what decisions could make us happy, or larger purpose in life, goals or so. Maybe it's like same thing we can get out of mindfulness meditations also. So be still, sometimes not always not possible, and then I think we can get the wisdom what is needed in this life. Yeah, thank you. Let's hear from others also.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. So,
थैंक यू हर किसी का बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है कि आई वांट टू शेयर माइन एज वेल सी ह्यूमन बीइंग मतलब हर कोई हर किसी की लाइफ में अप्स एंड डाउन्स होता ही है सो व्हेन यू आर इन डाउन दैट टाइम yourself you spend time with yourself then only all the unsolved puzzles will get solved ये हर किसी की लाइफ में हुआ है जस्ट गिव टाइम टू योरसेल्फ हम ऐसे जैसे कि शेर सिंह बोल रहे थे और पलक जी बोल रहे थे कि हेल्दी माइंड वो सब हम जानते हैं बट कैसे पता है हमारा माइंड हेल्दी है कि नहीं व्हेन यू गिव टाइम टू योरसेल्फ सो मेरे लाइफ में भी ऐसे हुआ था कि मुझे नहीं पता था कि सिचुएशन कैसे आता है वो सब यू इट इज अनप्रेडिक्टेबल बट एक सिचुएशन ऐसा आ गया कि मुझे मेरे साथ बिताना ही था तो उस टाइम पे मैंने मेडिटेशन की मेडिटेशन में इतना माइंड वैंडर कर रहा था बार बार वही दोहरा रहा था कि सिचुएशन इट टुक ऑलमोस्ट फ्यू इयर्स टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट बट नाउ अभी मैं मेडिटेशन में बैठती हूँ तो हाँ थोड़ा बहुत आता है लेकिन उसके बाद जो भी कल का अनसॉल्व पजल अभी सुबह मिल जाता है कि व्हाट यू नीड टू डू व्हाट फर्दर स्टेप यू नीड टू टेक वो आपको इतना स्ट्रेंथन बनाता है ना कि कोई भी नहीं कर सकता है सो ये मेरे साथ हुआ है एंड एवरी डे आई स्पेंड टाइम विथ माई सेल्फ सुबह उठते ही मैं बैठ जाती हूँ चाहे आप उसको कोई मेडिटेशन कहे या कुछ भी कहे लेकिन मैं अपने आप टाइम देती हूँ और इतना अच्छा लगता है कि हर कोई आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू डू द सेम इट टेक्स लिटिल बिट ऑफ टाइम फॉर श्योर बट यस जैसे कि शेर सिंह बोल रहे थे कि ना बी फ्रेंड विथ योरसेल्फ लव योरसेल्फ इट टेक्स लिटिल टाइम बट फॉर श्योर आपका बॉडी ही आपका एंड मोमेंट तक आता है लव योरसेल्फ embrace yourself thank you
Thank you, Rupa ji. Yes, Rithi ji, and then Aradhna.
Sometimes, like Rupa mentioned, was very true. We need to introspect and go into that state of meditation. I also feel, adding to that, I also feel that as normal human beings, we find it very difficult to accept certain things. Like people tell us certain things, we find it very difficult to accept it. We always feel that, oh, we are right, we are right. That feeling always comes to our mind. And this brings to my mind, one of those Buddhist books that I have been reading. They create a beautiful analogy. It says, like, you do not know much about yourself. It's just like your you do not know, you can't see your own eyebrows, you can't see your own eyelashes unless someone unless you look at yourself in the mirror. Others, you do not know anything much about yourself unless something is reflected back to you. So if we think of it that way, if you are in a company of people who really want to do something, that they want you to be a better person, if they bring out certain things to you, we need to accept it and try to change ourselves into a better person. Like sometimes we think, oh, he's doing this out of jealousy or something, but at certain times there are people who are doing it for your betterment. So we need to accept that and look into ourselves, like Palak says, journaling, and it's like a mirror. Journaling and all is just like a mirror, it's a reflection of you. So if you do that, and then you need to accept it, that's the main thing. We are always in a state of denial. Once we accept that we do have certain issues which we need to resolve, which we need to surmount, then it becomes, we are on that path of, uh, you know, moving forward, of progressing our life. So this, I just wanted to share that with you. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yes, Aradhana ji.
I was saying the same thing that Rupa ma'am and ma'am has told, that if we know ourselves, I think we can have a healthy mind if we know ourselves well. Because if we know ourselves well, we do not get disturbed by outer circumstances and whatever others say to us. And also, I like the idea of journaling, which Palak ma'am has said. Also, I enjoyed that thing in Swadharma journey. And I think journaling helps us a lot in knowing ourselves. That's it. Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful
Just,
shares.
yes. Journaling. Actually, journaling is very, of course, very helpful. Even it is not journaling, but writing pen and paper. Every activity we are doing is some sort of journaling. Like I do meditation early in the morning. So whenever like Palak ji knows that I'm on tour with family and I'm completely hijacked by my family and my you will follow our orders only. Still, I am just managing myself that how can live my life in their ways. So this is how we are journaling every day. So through journaling, we just so whenever I sit in meditation, early in the morning and the evening, so I find myself that how in that in meditation I find that how foolish I was. I could have responded in better way. So so that way that impressions get recorded in our mind. So whenever I am just facing the same situation in my life, so my responses become better. I respond in more calmly and peacefully. So this is how we work on ourselves to become a better version of ourselves. So this is how is all the practices, let it be journaling, let it be meditation, let it be walking, let it be anything. This is how making us better one step each day or each second, each moment. So let's back. Thank you everyone for sharing your thoughts. It's really it's really inspiring all of us that that we share so all this impression get recorded in our mind, and whenever we encounter that that sort of problem or that sort of situation, we respond in that way or more humble and polite way. Yes. So let's back to our chapter. So this in the chapter 14, the writer has mentioned that he bought one SUV. He want to visit many places. So he purchased the SUV, but later on he realized that it won't be helpful. So just I want to quote just I want to mention my journey. So when I 7 to 8 years back, when I was seriously ill and I was recovering, so I started my yoga journey, yoga meditation journey. So when I started journey, so I always wonder for how the best yoga mat, how that yoga wheel. So I purchased lots many things, and my wife says that always, अरे घर में कितना बढ़ोगे जगह भी नहीं है किसी को you just stop purchasing. So, but I was on riding on my journey. So after practicing 7 or 8 years, now I realize that when I have met so many people, I met my guru. So they say that the real equipment, the real mat, the real equipment for doing yoga is your own body and mind. Things things get things get stored in your mind. That like in yoga we do the asana, we we do the So this is how the writer says that अगर हमें कहीं जाना है, we don't need to good SUVs. I have seen that when I was in Bengal, when I was in Bengal for 4 years, I have seen the people who have visited all over the country. They always say that we have visited Agra, we have visited Mathura, we have visited Vrindavan, but I always wonder that I have never visited because being a resident of that place, I have never visited. So to we should not acquire, we should not, aspire to acquire the equipment. Nowadays, even my staff, everybody wants to more money, more promotions, more increment. But I always say that more money is like you are accumulating more bicycle. Getting a more bicycle will not teach you the skill. While discussing with my staff, I always say that if you learn how to ride a bicycle, then one bicycle is enough to make yourself happy or more make yourself skillful. Lots many of bikes will not cycle will not make you skill. So we must aspire to acquire that skill. And once we had acquired, just keep in polishing. So that's the way we can know ourselves, we know our ignorance, and we can, just eliminate that ignorance. And yes, one more thing I like to mention here from my own experience is that I we all met we we met so many people in our life. Let it be our workplace, let it be that relationship. So from my own experience, I have just realized that there is a no limit of worst people. I have met so many worst people. They just get up in the morning and start taking liquor, and they do sort of everything to make their life worst. And in the same field, I have people who start, yes, yes,
Very true. Shitsa, you're not audible. I think the network is not fine. Is everyone able to listen to Sherji?
He is on mute.
Yeah, the voice was cracking also.
शेर सिंह जी आप म्यूट पे हो अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ
am I audible?
Yeah,
Am I
now
audible?
you're audible.
Just give me a thumbs up if I'm audible. Just quoting my that yoga experience. And this, yes, Riti ma'am told that stop. Just the point I want to mention here that in life there is a no limit how how good you can become and how worst you can become. So just we have to just analyze where we are and just keep moving to the our improvement or to eradicate our own ignorance. So yes, next slide. So in this chapter, the writer wants to writer just want to make ourselves educated that how we can become more efficient. So writer says that in each action that you undertake, before that, let's take another slide. So whenever I have attended the session, so I always wonder that who are these Marcus Aurelius and next slide please. Then we will back to previous slide. So this is yes, so this is Epictetus, born in uh, before Christ 50 and died 135 AD. He was a Greek philosopher. So just the thing which I got stuck in my mind that he was born into slavery in Western Turkey and lived in Rome until his banishment, after which he spent the rest of his life in North Greece. So earlier, the Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor, but this person, Epictetus, he was born in slavery. So these things all also stuck in my mind. The key philosopher can be anyone. So in the life when in the life when we find people, so we can anyone from anyone we can learn. So this is the thing which I find very very important to just ponder on just to give thoughts that Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor who was also a philosopher, and this person who was born into the slavery and still he become the philosopher. Previous slide, please. Previous slide. So yes, so here the writer wants to just to make us educate that in each action that we undertake, consider what's come before and what follows after, and only then proceed to the action. Otherwise, you will set about it with enthusiasm because you have never given any thought to the consequence that will follow, and then you will give up in an ignominious ignominious manner when one another of them occur. So just I request everyone just read this quote of Epictetus and just give your thoughts then how you just understand this quote and how you will and if you have uh, realized in the past that this thing happened to you, just share your thoughts so that so after that we can move to the next slide. Yes.
So what it says, I think we should take a pause before we do anything, any action also. I think then our action would be more beneficial, efficient, or productive. Just immediate thought. Thank you.
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. And otherwise, the writer has also meant otherwise. Just give thought to the otherwise paragraph also after the paragraph after the otherwise. Yes, anyone?
So I think ignominious fashion means embarrassing yourself. Like when you take decision or when you react without thinking much, you tend to there will be chances that you embarrass yourself in front of others, and that's why you need to pause and then react to something. There are circumstances when people, without thinking, they bash out, or they speak without thinking much. But when they retrospect, then they realize that what blunder they did, and how they made a fool of themselves in front of others. So I think that is he trying to convey, that before any reaction, you need to pause and then react. Yeah. Yes, Riddhima.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much. So it is a very simple example that before jumping to the water, learn at least some swimming. At least, or if you don't learn swimming, just bear in the mind the consequences that you are going to die. So so yes, Mahesh ji.
Yeah, I think whenever I'm confused or in a dilemma, so what I will do is I just stop and then observe things around and then start. So that helps a lot actually. So whenever you are in confused mode or whenever you are not able to take decisions, so stop and then observe and then start.
Yes. Yes, thank you, sir. Like we are driving our vehicle on the highway, and when there is a signal, so is there a red signal? So just stop, otherwise you will be fined by the police. So this is so here this is the writer wants to take just want to just make it this point that before doing anything, at least have some thoughts in background of your mind that I am doing. Like in other way, in other ways that in other ways we can say that what I understand is that we must prepare ourselves before doing any action for the consequences we are going to face. So it will help us to execute the way more efficiently. So this is the thing I want. I just make out and I just understand that before doing anything, just prepare ourselves so it can be executed more efficiently. Yes. Next slide, please. Yes. The writer again says that whenever we are honest about who we are and the lifestyle we enjoy. Yes. Uh, so after that quote, the writer want to just mention about that it is taking us to previous one, like before the action. So when we are honest about who we are and the lifestyle we enjoy, we no longer feel the pressure to do certain things. So try to be honest to ourselves. Next slide. Yes. So the writer has given some questions. So whenever we need to make a big decision in life, let us ask ourselves the following questions. Next slide. So this is the gist of this chapter is that so what is the ultimate outcomes I am looking for? Does this align with who I am actually? What I am actually good at? What do I actually enjoy? Will this help me reach my ultimate goals? So whenever in our life, so this is it is a homework for today and not for today. It is homework. It is the learning which we can take away from this session is that from this chapter is that so whenever doing any important task or any task in our life, so always just have these five questions back of your mind, and if we do that, so we will be it will be helpful to live our life more purposefully and to execute the task more efficiently. So I once again repeat the questions. What are the ultimate outcomes I am looking for? Does this align with who actually I am? What I am good at? So it is just introspect ourselves ki whether I am actually good or not. We like a fish who swims in the water is aspiring to climb a tree. So we just assess ourselves that what actually I am good, then what do I actually enjoy? Like what do I actually enjoy? This question is also very important. If we do the thing we enjoy, then we will do it effortlessly. But if we don't enjoy, like I do not watch TV, I do not enjoy a movie. So whenever I sit with my kids and family, so it is always just like a burden on my mind. I get bored in just few minutes, and then just I request themselves, let's switch off the TV, let's do some work, let's do some gossip, let's do some planning, let's talk about ourselves. And at the last, will this help me reach my ultimate goals? So first we have to decide what is our goals in life. So we have to decide what is our ultimate goal is life. So it is like once we have done the all planning, and now before executing the work, we are just preparing ourselves. So this is the biggest learning for today's for this chapter I have learned. So always keep this thing in your mind. Next slide. Yes. Think about the consequences of action we take, good or bad. If it is in line with you, who you are, then go for it. If it is not, don't. So these two chapters, the writer has just asked the how you can inculcate or how you can shape up a healthy mind, and after the healthy mind, it is how you can proceed further. So this is how we can once we have shaped our healthy mind, and then with the healthy mind, how can we just move ahead in our life? So this is the last slide or the last paragraph I have just written from the chapter. So now I request everyone. So this is we are just about to finish the session. So now the session is open. You can just share your thoughts and views on the session. Thank you very much.
सर बहुत ही अच्छा डिस्कशन रहा, वंडरफुल सेशन, मेनी थिंग्स टू पॉन्डर अपॉन. इनफैक्ट ये इस तरह की चीजें हैं कि हम उनको रोज डिस्कस करना चाहिए और हम कर भी रहे हैं. सो लाइक अभी जो लास्ट की स्लाइड थी उसमें व्हाट डू वी एंजॉय एक्चुअली, अब जैसे और जो भी हम कर रहे हैं तो क्यों कर रहे हैं. जैसे भी मैं सोच रहा था कि मैं इफ आई एम ऑन मॉर्निंग वॉक क्यों कर रहा हूँ. यदि हम इस तरह से कुछ सोचें तो आई थिंक वी कैन बेटर अलाइन विद आवर ओन सेल्फ. जो भी हम करें, क्या चीज हमको
Yes,
अच्छी लगती है. इनफैक्ट जैसे आपने बोला कि यू डोंट वॉच मूवीज, यू नो आई ऑल्सो डोंट वॉच. अभी जो धुरंधर का जो गाना काफी फेमस हुआ है, मैं उसको बार बार चला के घर पर देख रहा था. वाले बोल रहे थे क्या है, क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है. सो आई वाज एंजॉयिंग दैट. आई वाज